I hope everyone's got me here and can hear me. Welcome to round 12 free practice of the Vermilion Motorsport Sim Series. I've jumped on here just for a bit of a somber. I don't know how many people are on at the moment, so we'll go through it. We'll talk about tomorrow. On Saturday. We'll talk about Saturday and what's going to be going ahead. We'll see who's on track. I have recently rebuilt the pots and pans, so we'll see if everything's working. Let's see if everyone is on track. We'll see if we can find anyone. Okay, so who's out on track? We got Ben Miles up the top of... Let's see where he is. I'll see if I can get you guys a map and everything. Here we go. So Ben Miles is teamed up with the other Ben, whose name's escaped me. So the two Bens have teamed up in the only Ben's livery. Scotty Harves is out there. I'll have to find out who these... I'll find out the team pairings now for everyone. But I've just jumped on here to see if... just to test out some things and get people to check themselves out on the live stream. Make sure everything's working ready for Sunday, so we don't have any issues like we've had in the last couple of rounds. I'm just looking at the timing sectors now. Ben Miles on a 2 minute 30.4. I haven't done any laps around here to know what's quick, but I'd imagine that is quick if Sean Linsell can't match that or beat that time. So Ben Miles, Sean Linsell and Scotty Harves. He's got two halves, all doing very similar lap times. Curtis Bird doing a similar lap time. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for the 2-hour race. How close it's going to be. I think at the moment we've got 11 or 12 teams entered, so we're going to have 24, maximum 24 drivers plus a safety car driver. Plus Ben in the in race control, so we're going to have a lot of people involved. Let me get the pairings for everyone. I'll see if I can find a list of these pairings and I'll go through them with everyone. Okay, so here we go. I've got myself a list of entries plus plus the name of their team. So we'll start with Benny Miles. Is he out on track? So Benny's out there. So Ben Miles is in the Only Ben's Racing team. He's going to be rocking number 56. We'll just check that through there. Yes. He might be rocking a new livery. A little bit of a different livery. I might just check that while we're looking. Yeah, little subtle changes. The bonnet's a bit different, but that's what they're going to be running for the Bathurst Enduro. So yeah, Ben is going to be teaming up with his teammate Ben Hambrook. It's going to be a pretty strong pairing, especially since Ben Miles is topping the charts right now. Who else we got on track here? We got... Is Sean Linsell on track? Yeah, Sean Linsell's just behind Ben Miles now. He's just done a bit of mowing, nearly did a little bit more. So he has a really strong pairing. So Sean Linsell has teamed up with Ethan Greg Gold. If you're new to the stream, you probably haven't seen Ethan driving, but in the first few rounds when he was driving, he was on fire. He would he'd be winning races by about 14 to 20 seconds. So him with Sean Linsell teaming up together in the Evolution Racing team, and they'll be rocking the 554 number. Looks like he's got the old livery that he had for Oran Park on at the moment, the retro round livery. So I don't know if he's going to keep that one. Who else we got out there on track at the moment? Here's Scotty Halves, 2 halves. I'll find out who he's with. He has teamed up with no one at the moment. That's interesting.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, mate.
Yes, I think Scotty's pairing up with Daniel Velicott.
Oh, so Daniel Velicott and yeah, because I knew that Daniel Velicott didn't have a seat, so he's lucky enough to get one with what can only be said a very fast driver. So that should be good. Any other ones that I don't have on my list here that I'm going through? I'm just going through, trying to find Curtis Bird on track, which I cannot find. Bruce Keys we've seen. Sean Doyle's back in the pits. Fitzroy Beaumont's back in the pits. Steve Vella. There's no one out on track. What's going on? There must be people on track. I've just stuffed up, I think. Here we go. So these are all the people in there. So that's Sean Linsell coming out onto... here's Curtis Bird now. So Curtis Bird was the winner of our retro round. He's teamed up with Dylan Shepherd. I don't know much about Dylan Shepherd, but they're in the Whitey's Pies Racing livery. Number 65 on the... that says number 13, so that's interesting. But they'll be using number 65 on Sunday.
Yeah, so the session was set up so that all of the drivers can race, so it's not a team session.
Oh, so it's not a team session at the moment?
Yeah, so it's their actual own numbers.
So everyone can go out there and do a bit of practicing without having to do the driver swap. So the only time everyone's going to get a chance to do a driver swap is on Sunday, is that right?
Yes.
So no practice leading in, I'd imagine. Only on the day. Wow, that's going to be interesting.
There's also a practice race after this. I don't know if you saw or not.
Oh, you're going to put a practice race on, eh? In 47 minutes we're going to go to a practice race? Excellent. I look forward to that. How many laps? 2? 3?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, look forward to that. Thanks very much, Ben, for throwing me into that one. Bruce Keys, I think I was just looking at him before. He has teamed up with... Here's another driver that I don't know who's got a pairing at the moment. Oh no, Bruce Keys teamed up with Sean Doyle. Wow, that's going to be a really cool pairing. Sean Doyle and Bruce Keys. Pretty quick. What are they doing at the moment? 2:31s. They're doing very similar lap times together. So Bruce Keys and Sean Doyle. I should see if he's out on track. Yeah, Sean Doyle's out on track. And I think he's waiting and waiting and waiting. Coming down Conrod. He's waiting for these guys to go past him. Who was that going past him there? That's Linsell and David Atkinson? So yeah, well, anyway, I've got Sean Doyle on here. He's going to be teaming up with what I said before was Bruce Keys. What's their team name going to be? Their team name is White Knuckle Sim Racing in the number 74. Fitzroy Beaumont is one of our Vermilion Motorsports drivers. He's going to be teaming up with Michael Smith, which I have not seen on track before. Here's Stevie Vella. Ben, are you in chat still with me? Are you in the comm box? I can't seem to see you at the moment. So Steve Mellor's going to team up with David Milne. Now David Milne is out on track at the moment. They'll be driving the DJM Racing. I think this might be the livery. I'm not sure. It's a striking looking livery he's got going on at the moment here, Steve Vella. So they do like the orange. Is David Milne out here? No, David Milne's going out now. So that's what we're used to seeing David Milne in.
I hear you've summoned me, Mr. Overstone.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't know what I was going to ask because that was a long time ago.
Was that the G?
Steve Vella.
Yep.
I noticed in the broadcast he has a G beside his name. What the hell does that mean?
It just basically means guest because he's been invited out of the side of the league to race for someone.
Okay then, excellent. So he's going to be a guest and what? Not racing for points? I'd imagine.
Yeah, pretty much because this is the first time he's raced and he's also undecided on his rank. So.
Excellent.
It's good to have them in here.
No, hey, the more the merrier for Bathurst.
Sure.
I'd like to get a full field out here. Who else we got here? David Atkinson.
You see Sebastian Flock and Lachlan Cable have come back as well?
Sebastian Flock and Lachlan. Oh, they've come back for the round. Is that? I'm looking through. Oh yeah, so Evolution Racing Team. The second entry is going to be Sebastian Flock and Lachlan Cable. The UQ FRS SimSport. Thomas Byrne and Stuart Lucas, one of his mates, Stuart Lucas, has joined in as well. They're not out on track at the moment. I'll just stay on these guys doing some coming into the chase. Too wide. Oh, give himself a bit of room. I'll have to find the braking markers. I should get out on track before everything happens, so I know where we should be braking. Zach Nichols jumped in as well. Oliver Patterson is not out on track. I think he's just joined. And our resident owl expert, Russell Paul, is should jump in shortly. So, might take everyone for a bit of a spin around the track. I've got no one watching, but someone might watch back later at this, so I'll jump on board. I'll try and jump on board with as many people as I can. I've only got 40 minutes left. I'll try and get a lap. Who's about to go across the start-finish line? Zach Nichols jumped in. Oliver Patterson's in there. David Milne's coming around. We might jump on board with David Milne. So he's just coming into the last corner. 23 corners, I'm pretty sure, around Bathurst. It's hard work. So coming into turn 1, Hell's Corner. Braking at the 50. So David Milne's only done, I think he's only done a 2-minute 33. It's going to feel like a 3-minute lap in these cars, but I'll stick with it. They got, what jump? Yeah, this is better. We'll see what this actually lap looks like. So for anyone watching and wants to be as good as David Milne, or if not better, might pay to watch where he's braking very late into turn 2. So he's holding it flat. He's held it flat back at the elbow there. He's going to hold it up all the way up here to McPhillamy. Past the grate. Into McPhillamy and through to Skyline. Where's the sun going to be? So we've got the sun not in everyone's eyes, so that's good. Keeping a wide line. Oh, that's nice through Skyline. Keeping it all underneath him. It drops away here. We'll see where he has to brake coming into Forest Elbow. So he's only, it's funny to say, but he's 3 seconds off the pace, and it sounds like a lot, but this is a long lap. So coming down here into the chase at full RPM. Does he click 6? He does. So let's find his braking marker. There's 200, there's the 150, the 100. 100 meter board is optimal for David Milne. Comes down into the last corner. Don't pit, mate, don't pit. Just get it finished for me. I want to see what time you're doing. I've predicted him to do a 2:34-ish. I'll see what he does. Depends how good he's got around there. And he's gone over the line on a 2:33.9, so not the fastest lap, but very, very close to his 2:33.6. Who else we got out here? Is anyone fighting at all and having a bit of practice? That's Bruce Keys, he's out by himself there as well. Sean Dawes just coming out of the pits. Fitzroy Beaumont. So that's Sean Linsell. I'm pretty sure up ahead of him is David Atkinson, probably, possibly. Oh, absolutely on the limiter there as he comes over Skyline. Oh, good time to be on board. Great time to be on board there. It's going to be it's going to be very hard to yeah. He's gone back to the pits. Who else is coming over the? That's David Milne again. Zach Nicol, is he out on track? So yeah, Zach Nicol's one of our Vermilion drivers as well. He's teamed up. Actually, I don't know who Zach Nicol's teamed up with.
Zach Nicol might be turning up with Kenny Cognos.
Well, hello to you, sir. You've caught me by surprise.
I know. How good am I?
Oh, great. It's good to have you in here. Like I said at the start of this, I'm just a bit somber. I'm jumping on here just to get a feel for the track, making sure all the pots and pans are working correctly, seeing what livery people are running. We got a lot of people in a practice session, I can tell you. We got 12 or 13 people in a practice session. So Ben's put on a race after this. He's put a half an hour race on, which I think was way too long. But anyway, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, no, just a bit of practice, but yeah. What's been happening, Mr. Oversteller?
Nothing much. Yeah, no, it's good that you've come in because we missed you. Yeah. We missed you last week, and we had an absolute shocker on the broadcast. Yeah, I lost a pot. The pan sort of half worked, and
they just went out the window, and that was it.
And then Ben got a lot of fans on watching as well. He tried hard to make it all work, but it was just Red Bull Ring was just not in our favour a couple of weeks ago. But hey, we got heaps of driver pairings here for Bathurst. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, as it always is. And I'll tell you what, the driver pairings are very interesting though, aren't they, Mr. Obersteller?
Well, I saw a couple there that I'm going, well, they've got it in the bag. One of them, I'm not going to count out the only Bens, but Ben Miles, if he does a big stint, he will find himself at the front. Sean Linsell and Ethan Greg Gold. That's an unbelievable pairing. So we should have put something against that. We should have put some sort of clause in there to stop these pairings from happening. But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you put your best drivers forward? The only issue I have with that Evolution Racing team, Sean Linsell and Ethan Greg Gold, is who does the majority of the racing. Like they're both as good as each other. So yeah, I'd love it if he was in here doing some laps.
I really would love to have him in too, but I think it's going to be really interesting because Ethan is a bit of a supercar nut, so I'm guessing he brings a lot to the table when it comes to Bathurst, and I think Sean Linsell is obviously very good in the 86, so I think it's a really good pairing because, yes, Ethan Greg Gold's very fast in an 86, but coming to Bathurst as well with that, obviously having that backup from the, all your Bathurst 1000s and the
it's a triple threat. It's a triple threat. He's good on the track and in the car, and he's got a massive teammate. Correct. So that is the pairing for me. If I had to put my money where my mouth is, that's where I'd be putting it. But I'm not a very good. If I had a punt on this race, right, and I said that, they would come stone last. I don't, mate. I can't bet on a horse. I can't bet on anything. Their leg will fall off or something if I bet on a horse.
Its leg would break, or just something just so random.
Yeah, in the stables.
Yeah, exactly. That's just our luck. But I'm gonna go a little bit off, just because I'm a Vermilion driver. I'm actually going for Orlando and
Oliver Patterson.
Orlando and Oliver Patterson, correct.
Well, look, I think Orlando's. We have seen that he doesn't like to pit, so I wouldn't be starting him in the car. I would probably want to put him in second and just say, hey, on this lap you got to come in, no matter what, because you're in fumes. I think we might see a Jamie Whincup if he's out there at the end of the race.
You would think so, wouldn't you? He just Oh, that man never pits, but I think it's just the running joke at this point,
Is
isn't it?
he Oliver Patterson? I'm sure OP was in here. No. Oh yes, he is in here. No,
Yeah,
there he is. There it is, in the pits. It's just, yeah, he's probably teaching him, going, this is what you do. This is where you come to fill up the car and get going again.
I think the other surprising team that I think will shock a lot of people is Curtis Bird and his teammate
Dylan Shepherd.
Dylan Shepherd, and I think that's a very strong combo. I don't think it's going to be that combo that's going to be mid-pack. I think that combo will be right at the front because Curtis Bird, we've just been seeing, he's just always there, just, you know, just driving around at the start, but now he's just getting really fast in finding that pace, and I think that's really good to see for a driver. You know, we've been seeing so many across the board that have been improving, but Curtis Bird has been one of those guys that he's improved so much and dedicated to the series. Yeah,
he's a mainstay. He's been there pretty much since day dot, and he keeps turning up, keeps bagging points. He won't be in the amateurs if we do another season of this for sure, so he'll be put up into the pros. Yeah, do you know his teammate Dylan Shepherd?
I've seen him a lot. I've seen him in a lot of GRC, which is Gentlemen's Sim Racing Club. I didn't want to get the that wrong, but I've seen him in that, and he's an aggressive driver. I'll definitely say that straight out of the box.
If that's the case, you might want to start him, and Curtis Burke can bring it home. I don't know. It's gonna be one of those races you don't even know what to do. 2 hours on this track is a long time.
Oh, it definitely is.
So you'd want to have that break. They're going to come in after a fuel stint and just go, yeah, that's me done. Thanks very much. I'll go jump onto the stream now and watch it from there.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be happy to do that. You know, you just want to do an hour, get out, and that'd be it. But yeah, I think Curtis Bird's definitely bringing something to the table. David Atkinson's another good one. I think he's been a really strong competitor.
As far as I can see, David Atkinson, last time we checked, because we're not allowed to see the championship standings at the moment, but I'm pretty sure he's up there. I think he's either leading or he's in the top two. So he'll want a really strong result. So he's teamed up with... who did he team up with? Someone just told me he teamed up with someone just... no, Russell Paul, that's right. The man with the man with two first names, Russell Paul.
That's a good look. That's our two famous drivers in Vermilion Motorsport.
Yep. David Atkinson leading the AMA Championship, and he's got Russell Paul to back him up. So they'll want to bag a heap of points. I'm pretty sure Russell Paul's in it for the championship too. So they'll want to have a really strong result in the amateurs. But as far as amateurs go, that Ben Miles pairing with so we haven't seen much of Ben Miles' teammate, Ben Hambrook. He's been struggling to find the grip and the pace in these cars. So hopefully he brings it all together and can do a stint that keeps him in the pack.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's and not to mention we got Matthew Brunt. Oh, he's out on track.
Oh,
Matty Brunt.
The famous Brunt.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any Brunt Force trauma to anyone on the track tonight. But
is that a new one?
Yeah, but come... no, I've mentioned it before, but come Bathurst on Sunday, I think he'll get the elbows out. If anyone's going to put it down the inside of him, I don't think he'll like that too much. He finds himself he always finds himself in the wars. He always finds the rear or the front or the back or the top of a car, not his.
Do you reckon he'll disagree with that?
Oh, 100% he will. He'll tell us that he's a driver and doesn't get anything wrong, but I've got video footage to disagree with that.
He'd say he's Jesus, wouldn't he?
Oh, he would. But yeah, I've got 11 other rounds of Vermilion series that I can prove otherwise. But you know, he has been really quick, and he's in all seriousness, he's been taking it to all the to the big guys as well. So good. I'm looking forward to seeing that pairing. So he's going to be who's he teamed up with? Matthew Brunt is with his teammate Steve Kokoschki. Is he? Yeah, Synergy.
Yeah.
Synergy Sim Racing. Steve Kokoschki, Matthew Brunt. They've been mainstays as well since the start of this series. So I can't wait to see them take it to Bathurst. Zach Nicol has finally jumped on, and we've been told about his pairing, but I forgot all about it.
Yeah. That's definitely a
We'll have to get
an interesting one.
Ben Faulkner to come in and tell us who he's paired with again, because I've already forgotten. Who else we got in here? That the Whitey's Pies entry. Oh, that is a massive shunt. Actually, where is he hit? Let's see if I can find that.
I just saw Steve Avella just absolute roll his little 86.
I'm just jumping on now. I want to see. So this is him coming over.
Could you
Is this
share your
Skyline?
screen too?
Oh yes, I will. I will. Sorry, mate.
You're all good.
Just before I do that, he's come through the dipper. Oh, and got it all crossed up and hit the inside. Oh, that is a monster crash. All right, let me go
Mr.
back
Ben
live.
Faulkner, how are
Right.
you?
Good. How are you, boys?
Not too bad.
Let me do a bit of stuff on the pots and pans while you guys have a chat.
I heard you had a question, Eric.
Oh, yeah, mate, you're too late. That was ages ago. My brain has moved on.
Well, I'll move on to another question then, while you hear Mr. Faulkner. Well, Mr. Obersell and myself have been chatting about pairings. Now, obviously, I would guess you're going for your boys, which there's quite a few. I'm not going to lie, in different cars and different pairings, and it's really good to see all the boys out there doing well. The likes of Sean Doyle and Ben Miles that are in different teams for this race and this season, but they will be swapping to Vermilion Motorsports for next season and onwards. But who are you going for, and who do you reckon will be a surprise to the pack, I guess?
Well, I think the Demi Christensen and Joshua Heaton, I think they'll be a strong team. That because they're pretty new to the series. I know Jamie's very quick. I think Joshua is pretty quick as well. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'd go for my own team. But yeah, I think that there's a lot to play for, and it's a long race, so anything could really happen, especially with the amount of slipstream you can get in the circuit.
Definitely. Well, I'm kind of rooting for Curtis Bird, and I know we can't have bias up in the commentary box, but I love having a good chat to Curtis Bird, and he posted some photos about commentary trophies, Aaron. If
I
you
did
remember that one.
mention that. I'd love to get those pictures up for everyone. I'll have those pictures up ready for Sunday. So we can inflate our tyres just a little bit on the stream. But yeah, for anyone that's going to be rewatching this, yeah, he put he got some trophies together for me and Connor. He couldn't get us a pie in the mail, so he's got us some trophies in the mail for us. So, but I'll put them up on Sunday. So a bit of a tease for something to look forward to on Sunday.
Yeah, just a bit. I tell you what, it'd be great to have our own little trophy. But yeah, inflating our tyres a little bit, that's for sure.
It's nice to see that Ben Faulkner is sitting on the fence who he's going to go for. Being that he's in race control, probably not a bad idea. But he's gonna have massive splinters if he keeps doing that, though.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I thought I'd throw it out there. I know I just got to throw it out there and see if he'd bite. So thanks, Ben.
We actually just got another entry just now.
Oh, excellent. Who have we got?
The Brad Newman and Jared Filser.
Oh, what, they're pairing up together?
Yes.
Brad Newman and Jared Filsell teaming up? Well, yeah, okay. What I said before about Sean Linsell and his teammate and Ethan Greg Galt, I think you've got some rivalry now in the pros. Wow, that's going to be unbelievable.
Well,
hang on, we're missing a Newman brother, aren't we?
Oh,
I think it was going to be with Jason, I think, before, but I think he changed it now with Jared. So that should be a pretty strong pairing.
Brad's all over the joint. He's just picking and choosing at this point. Good for him. But yeah, that should be a very strong team up. Another one, Mr. Oberstell. Lachlan Capel and Sebastian Flock, another ERT team.
Yeah,
So
but they're not in here doing some practicing. Whether they don't need it or not, I'm not sure.
Well, Sean was here doing some laps, so.
Yeah, so that was the other Evolution Racing team. Yeah, you're right, Flock and Capel. Yeah, man, there's going to be little packs forming. We're going to have these guys were going to have the Evolution Motorsport boys battling with
The Logs.
Synergy. Synergy will be up there as well.
Yeah. Yep.
And with I don't know what team they're going to be called. The other boys, I'm not sure, but yeah, we're going to have little packs forming, and it's going to be good to watch. And I don't know. We did say we're going to do a top 10 shootout. I don't know if you're in here, Ben. Is that still going to go ahead on Sunday?
Yeah. So in qualifying, it's going to be a 20-minute session where everyone's out there trying to put a lap in, and then we'll have a 5-minute just little prep time for the top 10 to then go out and try and improve their lap for the 1 lap.
And they're going to go. Oh, they're going to try to improve their lap, so their lap will still stand.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and I guess the reason you need to do that is because David Atkinson's found the limit.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks, David. Yeah, I guess you have to do that because of the iRacers servers. You can't be too creative with it, I guess.
Yeah, but for some reason the teams weren't working for the separate session qualies. So
yep. No, that's fine. I mean, as long as everyone's getting a bit of practice out on track now, that's all we need. And look at the times. We got what do we got? 3 seconds covering the whole field.
Not bad
at the moment. So put a slipstream effect into that, there'll be nothing.
Yeah,
I'd imagine most of these guys are finding. I'm looking at the sector time, so it looks like on sector pace, everyone's pretty close. Half a second to an eighth of a second across the field on sectors. So I got this camera on David Atkinson. He, as far as I'm concerned, he's our championship leader. I know Ben doesn't want me to say that sort of stuff, but that's the only. I haven't anyone watching. I haven't seen it. He won't show me who's leading the championship. I've just got to work it out myself.
I was going to say, well, I think Aaron and I will say this on the Saturday night, but we both haven't seen anything.
Yep.
I'm guessing Ben's got a rough idea. I'm going to say he does. So
of course he does.
The hell out of it.
Yeah, he's just bugging us with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So David Atkinson, last time I think at Oran Park he was leading the championship, and I can't remember who was behind him. Oliver Patterson was up there in the pros. I know that he was in 4th, I think, last time I saw. Sean Linsell had one. He had his right hand, his right leg, and half his sack on the trophy at that stage. So I don't know. I don't know if he can lose it from there. But hey, we'll find out. I know he missed. I know he missed the last round. So, and I know who Matthew Brunt is challenging for P2 in the pros. But anyway, thanks very much for keeping us in the dark on that, Ben. That's really helpful. Yeah.
I was going to say, while you're here, Mr. Faulkner,
yes.
Steve Vella is new to the league.
Yes.
Anything you know about him?
No, I don't really know anything about him at the moment.
Well, I know heaps about that team.
Excellent. Well, I've got him on stream, and he's in the pits. What a great time to talk about someone.
Oh, mate, it's always we always go. Oh, we'll go to this person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's in the pits.
And there he is. He's just checking out the pits. He might.
Oh, he's in the car.
He's just jumped in the car. Maybe he's listening.
Oh,
perfect timing. Okay, we'll have a chat, and I'll do some pots and pans camera work.
I was going to say, Steve Vella, if I'm pretty certain, he races for Phoenix Racing, which is the same team that Rehan Leonage races in, which is one of the top 5 V8 supercar guys. So a pretty big team to come into Vermilion Motorsports to come race in the last round.
So who's Steve racing with again? God, there's so many pairings. I have no idea who's who.
I know. I wonder, but that's why I'm kind of thinking it could either be Timmy Mulford, which is a very fast V8 supercar driver, or it could be Rehan, or it could be who else is in that team? I'm legit trying to think of in my head, but that's the 3 I know: Steve, Rehan and Tim. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a Tim or a Rehan. So that could be a very strong pairing because they could put Steven for the first one, then put Rehan in the last tin. So yeah, very successful team, load of sponsors. So their cars look absolutely amazing. Go and check them out on Facebook. I'd like to shout out a few teams and yeah, go and check them out. Phoenix Racing, they're called. Last time I checked. So yeah, there you go.
Well, while we've got him here, we might jump on board with him for a lap. He's gone out there already and done. I think he's just doing some testing out some stuff. He's probably new to the setup. If Ben, actually, Ben's left the chat. I'd imagine that he. I don't know. Is this a setup they're going to be using? Is this a fuel loads they're going to be using?
I'm pretty sure this is the same stuff.
This is it.
Yeah, so,
this is it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what they're the equipment that they've got underneath them now is what they're going to be using for Bathurst on Saturday. So, yeah, good chance to get a lot of practice in. I'll come back to Steve in a second. Oh no, we'll stay on board with Steve.
But yeah. So yeah, very, very successful V8 supercar team, and from our point of view, that's pretty cool to have some.
Are we talking about a supercar team in the virtual world?
In the virtual, yes,
okay,
correct.
Yep.
So yeah, I should have classified that, but yeah. And Steve almost went around there. Good catch there.
So yeah, we'll watch it. I'll try and stay for a lap with him around here.
It's such a crazy lap in these cars. You'd think it'd be boring, but I did some testing not long ago, and it is wild. The car moves around. It's slippery. And talking about slippery, there it is.
Well, thanks, Steve, for jumping out there. We've had a chat, and well done finding. Well, they all have to check all the barriers before we jump out there on Saturday.
Correct.
So thanks very much, Steve, for testing the limits. And God, that livery does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't look bad. I don't think that's their livery, but it could be a new one they're starting out with. But yeah.
If Ben was in chat right now, he'd be loving that livery, the orange and the black. Okay, so Sean Doyle. Sean Doyle's actually teamed up with. Yeah, I saw that. It's actually teamed up with Bruce Keys, and he's gone to the pits. Well, while we're talking about that, so here's a bit of action. Here we go.
Well, this is good. So down Conrad Straight, this is normally 300 kilometers an hour, but I would say they're doing less than that. But
I think they're 205. What do you reckon? Oh, Mickey Mouse. G'day, Mickey. We're inside him. Oh, camera work.
15 kilometers an hour? Yeah, 215.
215,
so,
maxed out.
217. So that was Steve Harves.
So I'd imagine that Bruce behind him would have been probably doing a bit quicker than that, unless he had to pull out of it a bit.
Yeah, he probably pulled out a little bit just so he doesn't touch him up coming down through the chase. It's going to be interesting though for 2 hours of racing. I wonder how calm everything's going to be until they start ruffling up.
I reckon red mist descends and safety cars for the first half an hour. Until people can get it, or we lose half the field. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. The good thing about Bathurst is you can have an incident. If you can get back to pits and stay on that lead lap, you're not going to lose too much. So because we're going to have safety cars, obviously, things go wrong at Bathurst. You just got to stay on that lead lap, no matter what you do. Buy a ticket to that last 20 minets, and you should be fine. So
it's just staying in the race, really,
in the pack.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you got to just be there for the end. You don't have to win it in the first hour. So and getting your pairings correct and getting the right guy on track at the right time. It doesn't matter if you're quick or not, as long as the guys you're racing around you have an idea about. I think that's going to be more key to than actual flat out pace.
I mean, I've won the Bathurst 1000 3 times, not to pump my
Oh
tires
no!
up,
No! I didn't know that. Tell us again.
But I think the main key is really just, I mean, like you said, just be there and just having your fuel right and having the tyres right, having it just in a good window. You know, these guys might throw a really weird strategy, and you know that random weird strategy might work. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of different strategies, like if the ERT guys, which is Evolution Racing team, which is the Logitech car, I wouldn't be surprised if those guys do a different strategy compared to the Falcon boys we see, which they've been named. That team is called Lobs, so that's their official name.
The team is called Log, did you say?
Lobs.
Oh, Lobs!
Yeah, Lobs. So, here we go. This is 217 k's down Conrad, smashed the brakes. Look how much does the car pitch there, and then the car's got to roll.
Exactly right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on everything that's going on here. Inside the cabin here, it does roll around a lot. Just seen braking marker. He's pulling up just before the 50. He's hitting his apex nice. This is going to be a quick lap for Bruce Keys. He got that really nice run down the back there. Yeah, that's a 2:30.3. That's going to put him up to the top. Oh, we stayed on board for an absolute killer lap. And see if he goes on with it. He's only going to get quicker with the fuel loads going down. Wow.
And I think that's Sean Doyle in front of him.
Yeah, that's Sean Doyle. That's his teammate. So he'll want to get Sean Doyle. Look at that. So he's done the quickest out of all these guys. They've been out there for about an hour and a half. He's done a 2-minute 30.386. Sean Doyle has done a 2-minute 30.9. So there's nothing between these guys. There's 0.6 between a lap. So yeah, who do you put in? Oh god, that's getting brave right there. No, he's at the back out. Well done. Well done.
Oh, no, he
was that Scotty 2 halves, was it? Yeah, that's him.
2 halves. Yep.
Scott 2 halves.
It's gonna be so interesting seeing these pairings. Like, do you put your slow driver in first?
I don't think there is a slow driver. I honestly don't think there is a slow driver out there at the moment.
Probably the slower driver of the pairing. Or do you put the fast guy in first? Because I've always noticed for your Bathurst races, the big ones, you put your slower guy in first, then you put your fast guy for the last stint. Well,
that all depends on your fuel loads too. So you might find that this might be a triple stop. So you might want to have your fastest driver at the start and the finish, and you might be able to get enough laps out of your co-driver in that middle stint. But who knows? Who knows? Like it depends on safety cars when it's going to be thrown. There's so many factors at Bathurst, so you just don't know about. So, and this is the sort of racing we're going to see. You're going to be flying over the mountain too wide. You're going to be getting down here and going, all right, I've got to run on him. I'll get him down here at the end of Conrod. But then you've got to start it all again, and you're going to have him breathing down your neck every on lap. So, trying to get out of that strategy, I think that's a good idea. Trying to just play it a little bit differently. Oh, that's a touch. That's a touch.
See if he makes a dive. Oh, he's got a nut.
Oh,
he's actually pushed.
So we
Sean
just
Doyle off the road.
On live stream we just witnessed a murder. So Sean Doyle is now. Oh, he's back. Hello,
Sean. And he's there. Oh, well, I was doing some testing, Aaron, as I normally do, and I did some testing with Mr. Ben Mills.
Oh yeah.
Millsy. And we noticed with the slipstream, we thought the car in front would basically be pulled in by, halfway down Conroy, but we actually noticed the slipstream only works at the end of the straight. So it's going to be very interesting how the passing works.
I guess that's because that's where we're out of breath with these little engines.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see here, Sean's only catching halfway up the straight. So it's going to be very interesting to see the racing, because I don't think it's going to be like your Formula Cars racing where they're just swapping back every lap and just every corner. I think it's going to be just setting it up.
Well, if you do get yourself in a position where you are following, like we're watching now, we're watching Sean Doyle following Bruce Keys. No, sorry, Scotty 2 halves. You could save fuel. You could save a mountain of fuel, and change the whole strategy.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously these engines not being as big as a lot of cars, I think saving a litre or two, that's going to be huge in a pit stop, like massive. Look at this, like Sean right here, it could lift off the accelerator, even clutch in the whole way to the top of the hill. if he had no one behind him for the race. So it's going to be interesting, and I think a lot of those top drivers are going to be really thinking about that strategy. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, but they're all in the same setup as well, so there's not a lot of things you can do. The only thing you could do is pretty much nothing besides, no, you can't even change brake bias, so there's nothing that you can really sit there for hours and really tune.
Yeah, so everyone's going to have the exact same equipment, and that's why I love this series. So we've got everyone given equal opportunity to show what they've got. That's why I love having the amateurs and pros in the same field. They're all playing for different prizes.
Yeah.
So you got to pick your battles, and that's great in here. So you don't have to fight the pros. You just have to fight the guys around you. And that's why I think we're going to have the two packs sort of separate themselves, and the safety cars are going to bring them all back together.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting watching everyone go at it. I'm looking forward to it. And it's crazy, we're Thursday night, we've only got a couple of nights to go, and then we're on race day, so...
Well, I'm at work. I tell you what I'm thinking at work. I'm thinking, oh jeez, I'm looking forward to the stream on Saturday. That's all I'm thinking about. And I'd imagine that most of these drivers are thinking about exactly the same thing.
Yeah, especially if you're in the championship. These guys haven't seen the points for the last 2 weeks, so I think it's going to be... Everyone's just going to be on their A game. I don't think there's going to be one driver that's going, oh, I haven't done enough laps. Everyone will just be like,
no, they want more. It is always more practice
Yeah.
sessions. It's always more laps. Can I just get in there and do, 10 more laps? Every lap, we're talking 2 minutes 30 per lap, and trying to nail it. That's a lot of time, and effort to get out there and do that. So, hats off to all these guys that are in here now having a dig. Hey, in 8 minutes, we're going to see who's the quickest out of these guys in the field, and maybe get a little bit of a show as well.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
well, I was actually talking to Mr. Faulkner, and he said I should jump into this little race, and
I think you should. Well, he is in race control, but I
yeah,
don't see why not.
yeah, I don't see it. Bit of a fun night. But look at the wheel corrections that whole way. That's incredible. Now watch it when they come down Skyline. Just correction. Sean's just went super deep, half to touch the wall. Down through the dipper as well. The whole car basically feels like it's coming off the ground. I think you get about 3 wheels up in the air. Not 2 because the cars are so light. It's pretty incredible. Sean hasn't got a great run off, but we'll see if...
I just wanted to stay on board. That's why I'm staying on board with this, because I just want to see... We saw that they're changing position. It's taken them a whole lap to get the position back. So you can only do it when you're down here going over the hill.
Now the slipstream will come in effect. See, he got close at the start, but now he's just... Yeah, just there.
Will he I thought he might have stuck it up there, but he didn't.
Oh, look at the brake pressure Doyle's putting in. That was great braking by Sean, but his run's not as good as halves. Let's see if he makes a move. I love this. Like, my voice is going to be dead by Saturday. I'm going to wake up and just not be able to talk. Which
all right, well, look, we've been on these guys for a while. I've been on them for like 10 minutes. Sorry, you just get caught up in it.
Oh, you do. You definitely do.
Oh, who's that behind him? That's Bruce Keys. A bit of a gunning partner for Sean Doyle there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I don't leave it. Hello. Scotty Two Halves has found himself in a meat sandwich here of what's the white knuckle sim? Yeah, white knuckle sim racing.
Well, I just noticed Halves has actually got an Australian flag on his car on the top of his roof, but Sean Doyle has basically got an Australian flag the whole way across the car.
Oh wow! He dead. We've seen Sean Doyle die a couple of times. Not to his, he's done it by himself though.
Yeah.
So Sean Doyle's gone back to the pits.
Testing the limits, as every race car driver would say that.
That's all he's doing. He's just finding the limits. Finding the limits now so he can explore them again on Saturday. Oliver Patterson's out on track. I just want to see what livery. Yeah, there you go. OP in the Vermilion does look nice. It's weird not seeing him in orange, to be honest.
Yeah. Yep.
He's not.
Yeah, it's been a bit
he
weird.
must have only jumped out. He's done. apparently he's done 7 laps and he's done a 2:34, which will not be making. Who's his teammate? Yeah, Orlando Black probably won't be enjoying those lap times. Who's going to be quicker out of these two? Oliver Patterson, Orlando Black. They'll be very close. I reckon there'll be 2/10 between both of them, to be honest. If that.
The funny thing was, I was talking to Orlando, and he does not feel confident about this weekend. He is so like, I think he's one of those guys that is fast, but he doesn't realise he's fast. He just turns up and just, you know, deals with the pressure and, you know, races. Compared to Oliver, he's been really working on just his racing in general. I've been racing with Orlando, Oliver, quite a bit, like with the V8, and he's just getting faster and faster. So Oliver's got a lot of opportunity to grow as a driver.
I'm gonna rename that team the O team. Okay, so
the
O team. We'll
the O,
the OPOB team. We'll see what they can do on Saturday. So having 12, hopefully we get a little bit bigger field. I'd love to have 15 cars on track. 30 drivers would be a perfect little end to our Vermilion Motorsport Sim series.
definitely would be.
It's been good actually.
As well, though.
It's been a long time. I know we've only had 12 races, but God, it's been a long time. I think we started back in January. I think.
Wow.
I think so. I think that's when we started. I don't know.
I'm starting to grow grey hairs.
I was a lot younger back then.
I know.
The old whippersnappers. I'll be talking about those when they're out there. Hey, OP just at a 2:33.7, so he's put himself in that little top 10 area there.
Little bubble.
Yeah, in a little bubble. Sean Linsell's jumped out. We've got 3 minutes before they're done to jump out and do a race. Who else is out here that I haven't jumped on? We've jumped on.
Well, I'm just jumping out track now, actually.
Oh, you're jumping out on track, are you? Well, take us for a lap.
Oh, under the pressure already.
No, well, look, let me know when you're coming down Conrod, and I'll jump on board, and you can take us for a lap.
Fair enough.
And I'll put all the cameras. I'll get the chopper. I'll get the blimp. I'll just radio everyone in. All eyes on the Nixon.
On the Nixon. The whole production. All the budget.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah, the whole budget is going to go into this. We might not even do Saturday, guys. I'm gonna dip into the back pocket for this one.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting you know, you're out on track and you got no one around you.
Doesn't look like it. Unless someone pops out of nowhere.
No, you got a nice clear track. So if you can get down Conrod, you're just nursing these tyres. You want to put a blinder in, don't you? I know what you're all about. Anytime you get you on camera and here he is. Oh, was that lap quick enough? Oh, I don't know. I'll have another go. Give us another go.
Yeah.
All these guys will be thinking exactly the same thing. Oh, can I just have one more lap? Can I just have one more lap, please?
Yeah, I think that's what the top 10 shootout will be interesting. It's just seeing if anyone improves, really, isn't it? Because
that's going to be a tough ask to go out on let's say coldish tyres and try and do a lap. Good luck.
That's gonna be hard. Yeah, I can imagine it's probably gonna take 2 to 3 laps to feel really comfortable. Compared to guys that, you know, have done the laps on 2-3 lap hold tyres compared to guys that are, you know, on 1 lap, cold
I've just realised you're going to cross the line with about 30 seconds to go. So I'll jump on board with you now. Coming down Conrod, take it away.
So I come down Conrod and just gonna hit the chase, go down the gearbox, down to second gear. The car's a lot of body roll. People don't really notice it until you jump into the 86 at Bathurst. It's got a lot of body roll coming down there, and the car pitches really nicely actually. It's not a handful. Come around the last corner, get the power down nice and early. Been driving a supercar all week, so it's weird to jump back in this thing. All the grey hairs are coming back.
Don't stuff it up.
Yeah, I know, right? 50 born, second gear, up the gears again. already lost like 2/10 on this already.
Well, I've predicted after one turn, you're on a 2-minute 30 lap right now already.
Oh wow!
So here's your chance in the sun, mate.
Yeah, 6 seconds ago, but 50 board down the gear, third gear. Oh, just really dragging thing around the corner. Might have enough time. Probably not.
No, well, there's 1 second. I'll just see if he lets the session go.
Oh,
Let's
no.
Well, we had.
See you later.
Are you going to race this, Connor? Are you thinking about jumping in for a race?
I'm gonna jump in.
Well, yeah, that'd be great. I'll cut to you when there's action. You're going to start from the back of the field, I think. No, you're going to start fourth. That is not fair.
Fair.
That is not fair. Like, come on.
No.
Who's the race director? Where's race director Ben? I want to put in a complaint about that.
Yeah, I would too. Nah, why would I? I was gonna say I'm gonna jump in the chat and be a race car driver. You have fun. If I crash out, I'll jump back in. But
so Sean Doyle's going to lead this little race off. Bruce Keys, as I said, I want to be involved with this too. OP hasn't jumped in. Connor, you're going to jump on. Yeah, he is. OP's jumped out there. I'm trying to find. Oh, we've got a nice big field. It's saying that we're going to do about at 10 or maybe 11 laps. It says 11.7 on my timing. We're about to go green. Here we go. So I've got Sean Doyle, Bruce Keys, Oliver Patterson. Connor is jumped in there to show these guys how to race. Zach Nicol, Fitzroy Beaumont, Scotty Harves, Curtis Bird, Steve Vella, David Milne and David Ackers. And they're off! And here they go. And Connor's got an absolute awful start. He's got... Zach Nichol's already got you on the inside, mate. Oh, that's sideways. So actually, it's a pretty clean start from everyone out here. Connor's jumped out of the broadcast room, so that to me seems like he really wants to have a win here. He's got a bad start off the line. Sean Doyle's led them away easily. Let's see if I can find him at the front there. There he is. So he's already out to a 1.4 second gap over Bruce Keys. Oh, I think Bruce Keys has got a really bad start and everyone's trying to start to swamp him. Will they get through here? Okay, so they're all going to go up the hill too wide. I've got all the teammates together. Who's bringing up the back? That's Scotty Harves. We know he's pretty quick at the back there. Sean Doyle has skipped away. He's gone. So coming through McPhillamy, nose to tail. Bruce Keys really wants Oliver Patterson up here. He's trying to get the inside. No, he's not. He's thought better of it. Get under control. Into the dipper. Oh, this is great racing already. So that's Brucey. He's going to get a really nice run out of here. I'll jump on board with Connor. He's back behind everyone here. So he's going to get a really nice tow down the back here. So he's about a second from P3 at this position. Sean Doyle's already gone over the hill. He's going back down into the chase. Who's behind? Curtis Bird is right behind Connor here. So they come through. Oh, there's a jostling at the front, and two of them are gone. Who was that? That was Zach Nicol. Oh, let's see. Hang on. I'll try and get a replay of that, guys. Let's see what I can find. Okay, so they're coming down Conrod. I've got the replay going now. That is Zach Nicol and... Oh, he's made initial contact on the corner there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Did they take anyone else out? Oh, he did. Scotty Harves has had a monster. Alright, let's see if I can go back live for everyone. So yeah, they've had to come into the pit. So Sean Doyle I don't know where this pace is coming from, but he's checked out. Oh, they've decided to back up the field a bit, possibly. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, so they're going to back up the field. They're going to do like a virtual safety car, so to speak. So we're going to see Zach Nicol has come out of pits. Oliver Patterson and Curtis Bird have all come back out. They've had a virtual team go over the car and fix it up. So I'll let them catch to the back. That's Ben Miles that was also involved. David Atkinson's on the back of this train. So we'll see. Yeah, so these guys have just backed it up. So 4 minutes in, and we've already had massive contact. So they didn't even get one lap completed before they hit, before they made contact. Okay, so let's see where Ben Miles is. Ben Miles is just coming up to the grate there. He's going to catch up to the field. You see him on the map. They're going over Skyline now. He's coming up to McPhillamy. Over Brock Skyline. The car looks amazing. Curtis Bird's going to be rounding up the back of these guys. So we'll see when these guys take off again. Once these guys have caught the back of them, I'd imagine they'll go. Sean Doyle's got control of the race with Bruce Keys in second and Fitzroy. But oh no, that was Oliver Patterson. Just having a bit of a rub against the wall. Getting all the kinks out now before race start. So let's see when they're going to take off. I might jump on board with him so we can work out when it is. So he's in third gear. Watch for his gear to change down, and that's when he's probably going to go. So the field is covered by... So Zach Nichols just catching the back of him now. He's 9 seconds off the lead of the race. So I reckon they'll go at the start-finish line, I think, once they get the whole field under control again. So this is going to be a good little thing, actually, watching what a restart's going to be like. So yeah, that's the whole field in behind him. So they'll want to bunch up. Oh, I wonder when they're going to go. So someone will be in chat here telling them when to go. Everyone's caught up. Curtis Bird's at the back of the pack here, yep. Connor's in here as well. I don't know when they're going to go. I think Sean Doyle hasn't been given the go-ahead to... Oh, here he goes. And off he goes. So Sean Doyle's given his teammate a bit of an idea when he's going to go. Fitzroy Beaumont is going to be chasing these guys down. So we'll jump on board with Fitzroy. Or the Fritz, as he likes to be called. On the FB. He's already got him. He's already got Bruce Keys up the inside. And he's going to be challenging Sean Doyle up the hill. The mountain. These cars lose so much pace. And they bog down so well. Who's at the back? That's Zach Nicol. He's just fallen off the pace a little bit at the back there. Now let's see. They're going to come down into the dipper. All being very well mannered on this lap, on this opening lap of the restart. Oh, that's Ben? Actually, I'll go back to that. Ben Miles had a massive big hit there. He might be losing. Oh, he's finding the limits in the only Ben's livery. So he must have made a big mistake because he's 3 seconds off the pace. with Ben Miles, David Atkinson, Oliver Patterson, Curtis Bird and Zach Nickel all there and behind him. They'll have to work together to catch up to the back of this field. What's going on? So let's watch these guys through here this time. So he's hit his braking marker. That's Sean Doyle through. Connor's made it through. David Milne's made it through. Ben Miles has made it through. David Atkinson has been caught out. Curtis Bird's gone to the back of the grid. But they all got there through pretty nicely. So we've got 20 minutes left in the race. Sean Doyle's got this by the curlies by the looks of it. Let's jump on board with Bruce Keys as he tries to attack Fitzroy Beaumont in the retro-inspired Vermilion livery. So if he's got a run on him, you want to try and sneak it up the inside here into the cut-in, but it's not going to. So right in behind here, like we're looking forward here, but look at Connor. Connor's having an absolute dig at him now. So if Connor can put the car in the right position here, you can make a pass down off Skyline, but geez, you'd have to have a lot of cooperation. So Connor might look for a little overlap here on the inside. Oh, he's maybe thought too much about it. As that's happening, these guys at the front are still battling. So Connor's going to get a really, really good run down here with pretty much a triple toe down here. So there's the guys are going to be out of breath, and he's going to be pushing. So I've got this on the right rear of Bruce Key's car. Oh, he's going to follow him through. He might go to the other side. Oh, while we're talking about that, oh, he's gone wide, too wide. Get it back on the track, Brucey! And here comes the rest of the pack. Scott Two Halves and David Milne and the pack are all coming down here to eat Bruce. One mistake and he's gone from hero to zero. Bit of damage on Scotty Halves' car there. Great livery. So as we have another run up the hill. So we've got Sean Doyle in the lead. He's got a 1.4, let's say 1.5 second lead over Fitzroy Beaumont. And then Connor Nixon's going to be pushing. We'll jump on board with that actually, because I think Connor's going to have a go at Fitz right now. They're on fire with lap time too. 2:31 flats they're doing. We saw people doing 2-minute 30s in qualifying. It's their best run they can do. Oh, sorry, in practice. So they're not far off the pace. And keeping it up lap after lap after lap is going to be tough. We're already halfway through this race. We've got 17 minutes left. Oh, Connor's all over him like a rash. Oh, and they've both had a massive moment. Oh, that track it's all over. That track is absolutely jammed. Connor will probably join me back in commentary after that one, I'd imagine. So I'll try and get that back. Find find out if I can get that on the replay. So this is them coming through into the dipper. Oh, they both got sideways out of the dipper. Bruce Keys, nowhere to go. Scotty Two Halves got around. That was Steve Vella that got around as well, and everyone else has got around. So that's put a. They might throw a little safety car here. I'm not sure. I'll go back live. So back live, Sean has got an 8-second lead. So I think the rest of the, yeah, he's checked out. So Scotty Halves has found himself in P2. These guys have come in for a pit. Let's see if Connor's finding the. If I jump on the roll, there we go. This is beautiful. That's one way to get down. I think he's got, yeah, the he hasn't driven many forklifts, I don't think, Connor, coming down here. But this is a good advertisement for Vermilion Motorsport coming down here. I'm just looking for him on the map here. Who's that behind him? That's David Atkinson's probably going to collect him down here. It might even be able to give him a bit of a push down the straight. Let's see if I can find David Atkinson. So here he comes down here. He's probably thinking, what am I looking at right now? And I think Connor's put out the call to get a bit of a tow. No, he hasn't. So Connor Nixon's found himself at the back and probably find himself in the pits as well. Yeah, I've always said pointing the race car in the right direction is always a good idea. He'll... I know he's in there for a bit of fun, but he'll still be disappointed that he couldn't take it to some of these lads. Alright, let's jump back up into the action. Steve Vella has found himself in P4. He's new to the championship. The livery looks amazing. We know that he's a fantastic supercar driver. So that's what Ben tells me. Sorry, that's what Connor tells me. And he's being attacked by Ben Miles right now. So in the only Ben's livery, and Ben Miles is trying to fend off Oliver Patterson, and Oliver Patterson's trying to fend off Zach Nickel. Yeah, this is going to be brutal when they come down here. So big braking marker into the end of the chase, end of Conrad. Oh, who's that gone off? That was Oliver Patterson, I think. Yeah, that was Oliver Patterson. He's been shunted down. Ben Miles has lost the position too to Zach Nickel. Zach Nickel's done a... Oh, he held on to that. Well done. So Zach Nickel's going to be under pressure from Oliver Patterson into turn 1. Into Hell's Corner. Another full... Hello, Connor.
Hello, mate.
I got most of that. Thank you for that. That was fantastic.
That's content for you.
Yeah, there was a little bit of... a tiny bit of damage on the car.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it was... it didn't
so what happened
healthy.
there? I was watching you guys. P2, P3. You came through into the dipper, and you both lost at exactly the same time.
The Toyota gets quite a bit of lift, like I said, like I think 3 wheels, it feels like.
Yep.
So I think it's just lifted off the ground, not enough downforce, and cowabunga.
Cowabunga, dudes. No, that was really cool because it was in unison used to doing that. So
yeah, Fitz and I were laughing.
Yeah, you would have been. So actually, talking about 3 wheels up there, I think I've got a camera shot as they come over Skyline down into the dipper. I'll see if I can get that for these cars. I'll get Sean Doyle. So he's going through there now. Okay, he's just come through. So we'll see what the attitude of these cars are. He's got a 9-second gap over the field, by the way. And then Scotty, yeah, look at that. It gets pretty loose through there.
You
Oh,
can
that's a
just
great
see
shot
the
through there. Yeah.
Look how much pivot it's got though. Like, it's pretty gnarly, as they say it in America.
Yeah.
So
That was gnarly, man.
gnarly, man.
So Sean Doyle is he's checked out. He's going. This is easy. Can't wait till Saturday. I don't know what all the fuss is about. You guys have been practicing as much as I have, and I've got a 9-second gap over you guys. Scott Two Halves though, he just avoided the contact with you guys. Like, you guys literally blocked the whole track, and he got through somehow to take P2.
I don't know how he did.
No, it was completely blocked. I was about to yell out, the track is jammed, the track is jammed, but I couldn't because it wasn't. They all got through.
It was enough for Fitz and I just to move enough that to get out of the way, but it was scary. I was just holding my brakes the whole time, going, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me!
Please,
hit me!"
please don't hit me! Please don't hit me! So David Milne has got P3, but he's got a very angry Steve Vella, Ben Miles, and Zach Nickel chasing him down. So he'll want to hang on to it. He's probably only got 2 to 3 laps left. There's 10 minutes left, but being 2-minute 30 laps, I think we're only going to get 3 or 4 laps out of the rest of this. So I might jump into this pack down here. This is Zach Nickel. Look at this pack here. Oh, who else? Curtis Bird's joined in as well. Thank you very much.
But what an experience that was for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Not even that.
Nah, it looked pretty fun.
I think that's Millsy, Mr. Ben.
Yeah, that's Ben. That's Ben Miles. Taking it to Curtis Bird. Oh, is that? Sorry, that was Fitzroy. No, Fitzroy's back further. Sorry, yeah. So Curtis Bird in the Whitey's Pies livery. I love that livery, by the way. What they brought to Oran Park was they just hit that out of the ballpark. That retro livery they brought was awesome, and well-deserved winners of that free livery from RSW Graphics as well.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good-looking livery.
I was just thinking, Ben Miles has got all crossed up.
Oh, how has he saved that? Oh, he's got a bit of damage. I wonder if he's hit Skyline the wrong way. Oh, doesn't.
It's hard to tell with that car because I think there is damage, but it's just such a nice... Yeah, it is. There's plenty of damage on that right front.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be holding up his pace. Oh, what's going on in the front here? Steve Vella. Look at this. You just can't get away from the pack. You think you want to just stretch your legs and you just can't. The toe is so massive.
You can't do much about it, and let's see if Steve can hold around the outside, and you can do it. But you got to have the big mangoes down to the chase.
There he is.
And there's car number 5 of the Vermilion Motorsports. He's held it.
Give me a burl, he says. Give me a burl.
Really nice there. And I love how a lot of the guys are actually still in retro liveries. The Vermilion guys are still rocking them.
To be honest, I love that retro livery, that camel-inspired retro livery from Vermilion. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, here we go. So this is Curtis Bird fighting hard. We're on board with Steve Vella. Having one more lap. Let's have one more lap, boys.
Yeah,
who's
got
dropped
about
off
8
this?
minutes to go.
I think Zach Nickel. Yeah, he's got himself a nice little gap now.
The man that's come out of the woodwork. He's doing all right.
Well, okay. Can I just show you? Sean Doyle is at the front. I've just crossed him now. Might as well be a lap in front. He's down to 6 seconds. So Scotty Two Halves has pulled a 9-second gap down to 6 seconds.
That's not bad.
That's 3 seconds. What was that last lap time? So Sean Doyle did a 2-minute 33. Scotty Halves is doing 2:31s.
Well, I think he's fuel saving.
You don't think they got enough to get home?
No, they need to do a pit stop. We were talking about it in the chat.
So okay then. So these guys that had an incident. Who was the guy? Actually, Sean Doyle did have an incident at the start, didn't he? No, he took off. He took off. But we have had safety cars. They have had their own little safety car.
But
period.
no one really went in. I didn't see anyone from the top go in. So I think he's just fuel saving. I think you only need to get 4 litres in when you go for the pit stop. So honestly, you could probably save it.
You could probably save that if you just... Well, we'll jump on board with him. If he rolls out of here, we know. We're in a practice session and we're talking about fuel saving for the little practice race.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I think it's just practice for, as it says, the practice race for the race on Sunday. So, yeah, it makes sense. You want to get some numbers.
He's not rolling out. No, he's not rolling out. That's 100 meter board on the gas hard. Yeah, he's not saving. Oh, maybe he's a little bit. I don't know if he's full throttle or not. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, here he comes down in the pits.
Oh, so he has to. Okay. Well, okay, that's him into the pits.
Oh, he's got that
nailed. He's nailed that. He's done some practice around there.
Not a Cam Waters entry, but
just checking if. Oh yeah, there you go. There's Scotty.
Mr.
What about David? David Milne stayed out. I got this. He goes. I got this in the bag, boys.
He's a Orlando Black 2.0.
Oh no! If Orlando was in here, there's no way he'd pit. He'd push the thing across the line.
Yeah.
So David Milne's taking the lead. Zach Nichols in P2. Curtis Bird P3. I wonder if they know they have to pit.
I would say they do, but
that's a long pit stop.
It is. Well, to be fair, if you've only got to save a couple of litres, I would almost risk it because it's a practice race and just stay out and just see how long you can go. And safety car's been pulled.
It has?
I don't.
No.
I did see someone's name pull up. I'll just double check if that was Sean, and I've got a funny feeling it was.
Safety car, boards and flags, but I don't think so. These guys are racing hard, so I'm looking at. So that's
it was. Yeah.
All right, so they've got. Well, they've still got 4 minutes left of racing. So, by my calculations, that's this lap plus 2 more. Or maybe if they get across the line here, it's going to be at least this lap and 2 more. Be interesting to see if these guys pit or not. I'm just trying to work out who was involved in that first incident right at the start of the race that had to go back into the pits. Ben Miles, actually Ben Miles was one of those guys.
I think he was.
He was one of those. He got caught up in that first that big incident going into.
That's Simon Vella. Ah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Simon Vella, or Steve Vella.
Yep, I think it's Steve. My apologies. Yes, that's Steve.
Oh, here we go. So this is them coming down. Oh, that's a really good shot, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I'll be using that one again. I've been putting some cameras around. Oh, is he gonna? See now, if David Milne can just hang himself on that inside, he's gonna. Zach Nicholl will have nowhere to go. But Zach Nicholl's cut his nose off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good driving, great driving from Zach Nicholl. David Milne is blocking a little bit there. Will they go into the pits?
Let's see what Bird does. Stays out. Good strategy. Doesn't want to get held up.
Curtis Bird. So we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. 3 minutes 10 seconds left on the clock as he goes across the line. So it'll be this lap plus 1 more. Can he do it?
To Ben Miles and Steve? They're having an awesome battle.
I'll jump on board with I'm on board with Ben Miles. He's thought about it. He thought about it. So that there is half a second between them. So I'll just call it out. So Steve Vella got a really good run out of there. So it got out to 0.6 of a second. It's already been dragged in now. So we're nearly at 0.5 of a second as we come down here. Yeah. By the time he gets to the end of Conrod through the chase, he's going to be right on him again.
Now, there was a lot of pit stops, and Steve was one of the first.
Steve Vella was one of the first? Okay, yep. So let's see, this is it. This is it. Will they pit or will they not? No, they're staying out.
So David Milne's an absolute country mile in front of Steve. So
yeah, no, Sean Doyle. Oh no, yeah, sorry, yeah.
So Sean's in front of Milne now by an absolute mile.
Yeah, so I
And-
wonder what Milne did. He must have put on new tyres as well, possibly.
Oh, I think he has actually. That'd be a fair shout, to be honest. But he was behind.
Oh, he was
halves,
behind him
so-
anyway. So I guess that's a that equivalents to about 8 seconds. So yeah, that's fair enough. So Curtis Bird,
Oh, if
waiting
he can
for-
stay out.
I'm waiting for it to cough. I'm just waiting for it to cough. We'll see if he can get down to the back here.
I'll tell
Curtis
you
Bird
what.
in the Whitey's Pies livery has found himself out the front with a 15-second gap.
If he can get across the line, it says 1 lap, he'll make it. It's only a minute to go. So, coming across the line now will be white flag, but Sean Doyle is not far behind at all. He's on Conrad already.
I wonder
How
if his team is in there. Just you're in the pot. You're in the pot. He might have turned his radio off. He might not know he has to pit. Is he going to come in? No, he's staying out.
No! Oh, let's see
It's
if he
his.
makes it.
It's his. So I'll tell you on a lap time. So this lap time he's doing now. Curtis Bird did a 2-minute 30.9. So he's flying.
Wow.
He's not fuel saving.
So he's pitted very early on the piece, and he's gone. Oh, Sean almost lost it. Oh, if we can get a replay of that.
I'll jump onto the replay now. See if I can find it.
First replay of the night.
Oh, I've done a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a couple. So this is Sean coming through. Let's see if I can get him. So he's coming down here into the last corner as he got into the grass. Oh no, he's just taking too much speed through. Oh, good save, mate. You don't want to get any bit of that car on the outside there. That is
He's
tough.
done well.
Yeah.
He's done really well there.
So I'll go back live.
Bird's got this.
So yeah, I'm just going to jump back on with Bird again. We'll jump on board with him. Yeah, he's flat.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep the lead now.
Well, he's still got that 15-second gap. He could probably just get to the top of the hill here and roll it to the finish.
Probably. Push it down the hill.
Yeah, push it down the hill. Maybe get one of his teammates to help out.
Australia's first bobsled.
Oh, he's taking it easy through there. He wants this win. This is a practice session win, and he wants it.
That's
Curtis
not
Bird and the
competitive
Whitey's
at all.
Pies. So we'll jump back. Okay, so Sean Doyle has pretty much got P. He's already fueled. We know he can get to the end. Fitzroy Beaumont has gone from, I don't know, he was at the lead to the back. He had some incidents, and he's found himself in P3. So well done to him.
bad.
Zach Nickel is still fighting Scotty Hart. They've been fighting the whole night. They've been in an absolute duel for P4 the whole night. Where's one of our... So, yes, Curtis Bird, our amateur driver, has just brained these guys. Absolutely brained them. And he's still pushing. He's got just over a 15-second gap now on these guys. So coming down Conrad for the last time in our practice session before Saturday. Who's at the back here? Who's got a night to forget? David Atkinson.
Oh.
David Atkinson. He's in
Oh,
10th and he's
what a-
40 seconds off Bruce Keys at P9. So
Oh,
he's
that
had a
just
he's had a
hurt.
shocker. Connor was in there for a bit. Oliver Patterson's
Oh,
gone.
let's-
I've had enough.
Let's not talk about me.
And there he is. Curtis Bird's come across the line for a massive win. And he's got enough fuel to keep going. See you guys. I'm gonna go up there. Oh, he might. Yeah, we might get a bit of a treat here actually. Sean Doyle's come across the line now. Fitzroy Beaumont for P3. Zach Nichols still fighting the two halves. Oh, and he just... Did Zach Nichols get him? No, Zach Nichols held out. So Scotty Halves for P5. David... Okay, that's not ideal for a 86.
It's got those front suspension.
It's got nothing at all left, actually. So, yep, go back to the picture of that one. I don't know. I've actually mentioned this to Ben. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I don't think we're going to be having that happen on the stream. I think they have to get a safety car out to get the cars back to the pit lane. Oh, is this Ben Miles is fighting Steve? Oh, it's out wide. Has he got him?
Oh, has he got him?
No, he's just been held out. That was
They just said
close.
over the. Ben just said over the road. Ben just said over the radio, good battle. It's good. It's good. Everyone's got a bit of talk over the radio. Eh? Like everyone's having a good laugh.
I think we're about to see a flying Whitey's Pies Curtis Bird very shortly as he comes down. Because you don't do a lap for no reason around here. If anyone's watching the stream and you haven't racing iRacing, if you have a win at Bathurst, you have to celebrate somehow. And doing burnouts, everyone's done to death. But we'll see what he does down here. He might take a bit of a shortcut, possibly.
I just said over the radio, Oberstella.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
said, make that pie fly.
And yes, beautiful landing. Oh, that is spectacular. Hang on. That deserves a replay. Holy moly! I've never seen an 86 fly so well.
That Ryko car just absolutely
So let's see if I can get a better.
full chap too.
So this is him going over. See if I can get a better angle. Oh, he's
Hey,
held
boys.
onto it. Held onto it.
Okay.
What a jump! That's fantastic.
That was
And he's held onto it. That's going to be a lap record if he gets across the line. Wow.
be in the
I'll go back
206
live.
range.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, and he's decided that's enough for me.
I've brought in someone special too,
Oh, you have?
Mr. Bird.
Oh,
Oh, hello, Curtis Bird. We just had you. We had the flying Curtis Bird on the stream just then. Well done.
Oh, very good. That's the first time I've ever survived the jump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never done it.
Oh, good for you, mate. No, not only did
Mate.
you survive the jump, it was just perfectly landed. I don't know. Your suspension's obviously wrecked, but it looked great.
It was a fun race too. Full credit to the boys for that one. That was a great time.
So did you know you had to save fuel, or did you? How did you? We didn't see you pit. What happened there?
I feel like the virtual safety car might have upset a few people's strategies.
Yep.
And it just panned out perfectly for me. Totally by accident, but you know, how good's that?
Oh, it's brilliant.
How good's that? How good am I?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for the safety car.
Actually, yeah, that I don't know how you avoided contact there. Who was it? It was Connor and who else went around with you? Fitz, which came third, by the way, after that massive shunt. So they were sideways, blocking the whole track, and you found this magical path around the outside. I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, I rounded that corner and just saw Connor's headlights and thought that's the wrong way around. But I think Connor had figured that out by then.
Yeah, I've turned around and went, I've made a mistake.
It's a scary place to be, isn't it?
Mate, I just held my brakes and went, please don't hit me. But
Hold your brakes and your breath.
yeah, pretty much, mate. With that jump as well, put a note on it, mate. That pie had wings on it tonight.
Oh
Jeez.
yeah, it was fantastic. So
Oh yeah, it isn't the recipients of the first inaugural Whitey's Pie for broadcasting.
yeah, no, thank you very much for that. We were both really chuffed when we saw those. That's fantastic. Can you tell us a bit about your teammate? He's not in here tonight. Dylan Shepherd. Where have you found him?
Yeah, and Dylan's been one of the Whitey's Pies racing boys for a while. He joined us for the first two races of this season, I think, but he's a fairly busy bloke. But we've actually just done the 4 hours of Nürburgring together and had a pretty good time of it. And I fully expect him to be on the pace, possibly quicker than me. He's a pretty quick driver, that Dylan.
Oh, that's great to hear. So can you give us a little bit of an insight to strategy of what you guys are going to be doing, starting or finishing, or what you're going to try and do?
Yeah, I think I'll since championship points are my responsibility, and Dylan so kindly joined me just to keep us alive and keep us quick. I think I'll take as much of the driving as possible.
Excellent.
Basically take over. Basically do as much driving as what makes Dylan comfortable to be here and be on the track with us. So should be good.
We were just talking about that with the Connor before. It's about getting that ticket to that last 20 minutes. So as long as you can get that car in the top 10, top 5 in that last 20 minutes, it's anyone's race. So It's going to be great. I can't wait for Saturday.
Absolutely stoked for it. Should be wild.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Well,
Hopefully
that's all we can
wild
hope
in the
for.
right
Look,
way.
I don't care if the racing... I reckon get rid of race control for it, to be honest. Just every man for themselves. I mean, that's going to
Right,
make
then,
good
yeah,
racing.
window.
It's going to make it good for us broadcasting. But for you guys racing, I know you guys want a bit of stability about it. But yeah, for us up here in the combox, it's all about the action.
Yeah, I think there's going to be action aplenty.
Yeah, the red mist. So in that race you were just doing then, were you pretty comfortable? Or did you want to win it?
I felt pretty comfortable. I mean, I've just taken my first overall win in a race that doesn't count.
Well done.
Full broadcast as well, though.
Yeah,
so
it was
I
good.
guess
Yeah,
that's
we
a
got you
point.
on. We got you winning, so that's fine.
Oh, very good. Love that. No, that was great. Felt on the pace. I think it's a sign of good things to come on the weekend.
Well, I saw your lap times at the end there. Ben, who was leading the race forever? That was Sean Doyle. Sean Doyle was doing 2:30.9s, and in your last couple of laps, you're doing 2:30.8s. You're flying. So
Yeah,
I think you did a
Sean was looking strong out there.
2:30.6, I think, at one stage. You just found pace and just didn't let go of it. So good signs coming into Saturday. So good luck with that.
He threw the chili bin out the window.
Yeah. So I might end it tonight pretty on a good note with you guys with Curtis having a big win. Connor's going to be with us for this next race. Thankfully, yeah. So, oh well, last time you went there, it all fell over. So
I know, mate. I am the Jesus. I walk in and everything
Yeah.
works perfectly.
yeah, thank you because I needed you there. So I don't know how did you go last week, Curtis? Did you have a good race? Because I missed the whole thing.
Yeah, fairly good. Far out. I can't even remember the outcome.
Benny Faulkner doesn't show us the results, so we don't. He's keeping it all. He's keeping it all K5 at the moment, so we can't see who's in for the championship.
What results?
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm pretty sure
I don't
Curtis,
wanna
you'll be up
pretend
there
I
in the
can.
results, right? You'll be up there in the top 3, I'd imagine.
I don't want to pretend I know how to count.
Yeah,
But I got all 10 of my fingers out, and I did some counting, and I feel pretty good.
You feel pretty good? Okay, good. Because we know in your class, I'm pretty sure David Atkinson's got that at the moment. And last time I checked, he was leading the championship. So, and he had a pretty good race in as well. He was just, when I say pretty good race, I think he came last. But
That's probably 'cause
but
I'm
he
thinking
beat
very
Connor, our
sorry.
broadcaster, and he beat Ben Faulkner as well.
Yeah,
In race
correct.
control, so he's beat someone. So hopefully he goes well at Bathurst on Saturday as well. He's got a fast teammate as well.
Didn't you win the feature last race, Curtis?
I don't know if it was an overall win, but it was a class win for sure.
Yes.
And I missed it. I apologise, mate. I really do. I was gutted. I was absolutely gutted that the my computer decided to pick that time of all times to give up the ghost. Yeah.
It's always a computer thing, isn't it? It picks the exact time, and you're like, no.
No.
Why?
Yeah. Well, we've had a pretty good. We've had 12 races. We've had a few glitches, but overall it's been pretty good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a full, nearly 3-hour broadcast on Saturday. Thanks, Ben.
I was going to say, the big question of the night, by the way, Curtis, Aaron and I were talking about this before. Were those trophies real for Aaron and I, by the way?
Look, Curtis, before you even answer that, I didn't even ask that. I didn't even ask that. This is Connor all by himself going, oh, please send me the trophy. I really need trophies in my life.
I was like, I'm sitting there like going, drinking my coffee going, hang on, I've forgotten something, hang on.
Those trophies are a 3D render courtesy of Burb,
Yeah, thank
which is definitely someone else and not me.
Yeah, right. They looked awesome, by the way. Loved them.
Yeah, next, if we're going down to Bathurst, we're definitely coming down into Orange and seeing the guys at Whitey's Pies and writing a review, a long one about it too. Yep. All right, well, I'm gonna finish it up on that, guys. Thanks for anyone that's here watching, which there's I don't think anyone, and anyone that's going to rewatch this, which Curtis Bird will definitely rewatch that tonight and probably tomorrow morning and probably all the way up until Saturday afternoon. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Ben for being in race control. Thanks Connor Nixon for turning up this time. It's been
No,
great.
it's all good, mate.
Thanks for going
Least stuff
backwards
worked.
down Conrod. That was great to watch. And look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday night. Good night, everyone, and have a good one.